one wrestling podcast out there in the streets with your favorite host, Ron G, and the professor, Mr. BJ. How you
Hey, what's
doing,
up,
bro?
everyone? I'm doing all right. How's everyone doing today?
No, I hope everybody doing well, doing well. Had a great WrestleMania weekend. Oh man, a lot going on. And you see how I felt about it. You see the
Oh yeah,
t-shirt, you,
Jesus,
you
yeah.
see the joy on my face,
All
you
right.
see the smile. I know
Mhm.
everybody bagging on the main event of night two, but I don't care. My GOAT has 17.
Oh well, that
What did he say
happens.
on Raw? What did he say on Raw?
What
The
did he say on Raw?
never seen 17. God, oh.
That was pretty. I did. That was a lot. I liked when he had him redo that intro. I was like, okay, that's actually really good.
Yo, even Michael Cole said, "Oh, that was actually pretty better than the one he did."
Yeah, it was. It was. Admittedly, it was.
But John Cena has broken the record with his 17th championship, folks. What an amazing moment! What an amazing moment! But we're gonna talk about that in detail. But we're gonna, like I said, give you our, our kind of full review of WrestleMania Night 1 and 2, how fell over into Raw, and then maybe a little bit NXT might be mentioned right here. But this is Champion's Corner WrestleMania review. We're gonna have some more to talk about it with everybody else, But this episode is me and the professor. You know how we do. If you've been a fan from day one, or for a few months, we be killing it out here. Me and the professor. So, but man, but as long as we talking about John Cena, I mean,
Oh,
I
you
just
want to
can't.
start the main event? Is that where you want to
I
start?
got to, because man, the smile is can't be removed from my face right now. Because like I
Wow, is it
said,
that big of a
he's
moment?
my guy. I don't, like I said, y'all can call the main event bad. What you gonna remember is John Cena getting that 17th championship. That's what you're gonna remember.
Mm,
And like I said, Ben, I'll be talking about it from both sides, because I didn't think Travis Scott should have been the one who interfered in a big moment like that. I mean, I like Travis Scott. I'm listening to the music. Oh, that's all cool. What he did at Elimination Chamber was cool. He should have got a receipt though from Cody, more than a crossroads.
no, this is finisher.
But it was cool. I mean, yeah, but I don't know. I guess a lot of people was looking for a little bit more for
You
Cody
wanted
to
him
do
to
to
punch
him.
him, like to really smack him.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna be in the business, you're gonna get what the wrestlers get with the receipt. You caused that man to get a black eye and he hurt his eardrum or whatever. So you got to get that back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You getting trained by Booker T. You say you getting trained by Book. So I mean, come with the punches. Hey, you gotta take some bumps.
I don't know what that
Take some
means.
bumps and bruises.
Trained by book. I don't know what that means. What is it? Trained by book?
Oh
Like what? To train to wrestle? Is that what I understand it as?
yeah,
We'll see.
yeah. Reality of wrestling. He was out there something in the ring, something. But
Trying it out.
like I said, the match I thought was straight. I mean, it was better than the match he had with Austin Theory to me. But
I
it's
mean,
a main
yeah.
event of WrestleMania. It's a main event of WrestleMania, so I get it. I get it. I get what everybody's saying. How you
Yeah. It
feel about it?
wasn't. It wasn't a bad. Well, let me say this. It wasn't a bad match from the standpoint of John Cena being heel. He started. He's doing the heelish things. I'm gonna tell you what's gonna be a sit through. A Randy Orton John Cena match. They both
Woo,
move slow. Oh my god,
woo.
that match is going to be an hour long with only 3 moves.
Oh, Backlash gonna be something nice. It's gonna be
We'll see.
something.
But
In St. Louis.
overall, I didn't think the match was bad. I thought it was a pretty good match for what it was. The Travis Scott thing kind of threw me off. I never want to hear the song "Fiend" again. The funny thing about this
Boy.
statement, I've actually never heard that full song before. All I heard is
Oh,
the
really?
chorus. But I don't want to hear the song like at all. At
I get
all.
it. They played it to death. I thought it was more than one theme song, because I know
The Weeknd had one or
the Weekend
something.
had a song, and they probably had another song as well. But all they played was Fiend. So I was like, okay, I get it. Travis Scott, he's in two big moments now, Elimination Chamber, and he's in the main event of WrestleMania. So
Yeah,
they
I don't
really
know how I feel
pushing
about
him
that.
out there and want to be attached to whatever he does. And he did more than the theme song. He actually was in the main event of WrestleMania, which is crazy. That's why everybody was, assuming The Rock was going to be in there coming right after him, like he did Elimination Chamber. First, Travis Scott came out, and then The Rock came out. So we thought we were going to get the same thing right here at WrestleMania. And
And
The
is it a
Rock was going to be the one that cost Cody the belt.
And is it unfair to think that The Rock was going to be there? Do you know what they were selling? Hang on a second. I want to show you what they were selling
What's
at
that?
WrestleMania.
I
This
know they're
is
still in the
why.
Travis Scott gear.
Oh no, not Travis Scott gear. This is Rock gear. That's the reason why I do find it kind of odd that he wasn't there because it wasn't like he was advertised, but this was a story that sort of came from him and in essence asking for Cody's soul. Like everything was kind of going good up until that point. Where is there it is? Do it that way. You see that?
Wow.
Finally, The Rock has come back to it. This is on the WWE site, by the way. But finally, The
No,
Rock
they
has come
did.
back to Vegas. They were selling this shirt. So this is another reason why it's like, yeah, The Rock's probably going to be there.
Wow.
Now you can see it's 1999 because trying to get we got to move him at this point. Ain't nobody gonna buy him. Got to do something.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Man, come on. He must have been at the crap tables or something.
Well, I don't know because I don't know. It's just really weird that he wasn't there, and I also find it really weird in how he decided to go on a Pat McAfee show and defend it. Do you know of all the criticism, who's not defending this? Triple H. He knows
Yeah,
he hasn't said anything about this
well, he's been having his rounds on interviews saying the
pre-mania.
internet, yeah, pre-mania, saying internet they don't know what's going on. We don't have to pivot, and we listen to the arena crowds. That's what we listen to, and the merch sales, ticket sales, and arena crowds. That's pretty much what they listening to.
I get that, but
I mean,
from the standpoint, real quick. Last year, The Rock interjected himself trying to take the main event of WrestleMania 40. And that whole thing blew up in his face. For some reason, and this was reported, he decided again to pitch an idea of Cody turning heel, which was rejected. Why is The Rock always trying to interject himself in things if he's not going to be committed to things? That's the issue. It's like even then he wants to be the world champion, but I don't know what he wanted to be. Why is he trying to take Cody Rhodes' spot? I guess is a question, right?
um, I don't know because there's all this stuff about you want Cody's soul. Like I said, he was trying to explain all that on the Pat McAfee show that it ain't about the title or money or whatever it is. It's about whatever Cody wanted, he was able to provide. Whether that's what he want bad things or I don't know. I don't. It's hard to explain because I didn't get it when he was explaining.
Because it didn't make sense, dude. I honestly don't think The Rock really has a clear plan. The Rock had this idea of trying to usurp the star that Cody is. First, trying to take the WrestleMania main event. Secondly, trying to make him turn heel. And it's like, why?
Yeah,
I don't know.
let that be a natural thing if he's turning heel.
It can be, but it was rejected. Dave Meltzer had reported on this, and I mentioned him because when he reported this, even myself was calling him an idiot and a fool, just like everybody else. Old stupid Dave Meltzer. In fact, I have what he tweeted. Give me a second. I'll pull that up too.
Okay,
Cause give me a second.
but
Okay,
yeah.
dead air. Yeah, I don't really hate dead air. Give me a
Oh
second.
no! I thought you had it up. My bad. But no, I mean, I'm just trying to understand all that's going on. Okay,
So
so we
yeah,
have Dave Meltzer. Okay, go ahead.
the motivation is that Dwayne wanted Cody legit, and I know this as a fact because God, Dave is hard to read, but as a fact because mutual friends last week mentioned the politics as Levesque absolutely thought it was a terrible idea. But in a fight with Dwayne, with Nick as arbitrator, he loses every time, he being The Rock.
Yeah.
However, several convinced Cody to simply refuse, so Art was a lot like life at this time. Dwayne wouldn't go after Cody politically, so he let it go. Cena was the second choice, and Cena was fine with it. Punk was never asked to turn heel. God, he's so hard to read sometimes with this stuff.
Where did Punk come in?
Well, the idea would be Punk being the heel. Someone had
Uh,
to turn heel, and Punk would be the third option. But
no.
I don't know why they thought Punk. Because like I said, Punk was never asked to turn heel.
Yeah, but I mean, because Cody, like I said, Cody is such a great babyface right now, and especially with the promos he had leading up to WrestleMania, you see why he's such a great babyface. And yeah, Cena was going out his farewell tour. It's really hard for him to get booed right now, even though he's trying his best and he putting down
Well,
the fans so much.
the fans did kind of boo him a little bit in that promo. The promo he did on Monday was probably his best promo since turning heel. That was a really good promo.
Yeah, it was good. And he was counting down the days of his last.
Appearances, yeah.
But I know he's gonna appear more than that because he kept saying that he's pretty much retiring from in ring. That's what I'm assuming. But he's still gonna be there and be as an ambassador and be around.
I don't know. Maybe he's retiring. Maybe that's what he's saying. I'm not going to do that. I'm tired. I gave my entire life and I'm done. Dude, are you having withdrawals already? Is that what's happening? It ain't over yet. You better cherish these days.
I'm cherishing every moment. I seen Complex. I mentioned Complex because they put way more wrestling stuff lately, and I'm appreciating it. And they show his every championship reign he had, like when he got the belt, who he got it from. So I was looking through that today. I was reminiscing, man. I was reminiscing all the moments he got the titles and everything. So I'm miss John Cena when he going, but like I said, he's not here all the time, so it's not like I'm all sad and whatever. But because I'm like I got other people I like. But
I know,
like I said,
but it's just you mentioned that he can still make appearances, and what I'm saying is that he's telling you, no, you will never see me again in this arena, like in this realm of WWE. That's it.
I don't know. I don't believe that part because he said I'll still be an ambassador also.
Well, he also said he never want to go for 17 at one point too.
So I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to see after December. Is that like we'll see what he gonna do. He said he's sticking to his guns and not wrestling. I think that's what it is. I don't mind if you don't wrestle, but I mean, like I said, appearances, that's cool. That'll be good. Just like Stone Cold and Shawn Michaels came out for the Shawn Michaels, he over NXT, but Stone Cold came out and did how many the attendance and everything, stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, I'll be good with that.
Talk about that drunk for a moment. Before we get to that drunk, though, I do want to say one last thing with the whole Cena thing about the appearances. Hey, you mentioned that he ain't gonna be wrestling. Listen, he told you in that promo, those aren't matches; those are dates. All right. Yeah. All he has to do is just stand there with a microphone, and you gonna sit there and like it.
Yeah. Hey, that's all I need. I don't need John Cena to wrestle no more. Wow. I've seen enough of John Cena wrestling. I mean, and I got Peacock, Netflix to watch it all again if I want to.
Well, the man has a world title. He needs to wrestle.
He gonna wrestle. Yeah.
Oh, is he? I don't know.
Oh, he got to finish time. He about to fight.
I need to see how he gets his match out of Orton. I know we jumping the Raw without even talking about Mania, but everything happened so far.
We tying it all in. Baby. It was the fallout. But I mean, like I said, I enjoyed the match for what it was. Like I said, Cena said, "You get nothing. You didn't get a big Titantron. He just had his name up there. You don't get all the bright lights and everything. I'm giving you what I want. I'm taking what I want."
Yeah, I was fine with that.
Yeah, but do you think Cody looks like a dummy? Because in a way, I do. Because why didn't you just hit John Cena? You had to hit him with the belt.
Doesn't matter. That's not his style.
But you had to hit him with the belt. All you had to do was punch him. It's a wrestling match. Put the belt down, punch him.
John Cena's his hero. He told you this. Okay, here's the deal, right? You have to take in consideration Cody's perspective of this. John Cena is his hero. Obviously a mentor to that degree.
That's nice.
Not only that, he was really close to Cena. Cena talked about you were my chauffeur. That is the insult in the promo. But let's take a personal look at that. He were probably best friends on the road. This is my guy. Me and Cena, we on the road together. We're talking, he's chatting. He's giving me insight on the industry, how to navigate, how to move, how to be this in case I get to that and whatnot and this and the third. And I mean, maybe that little bit of Cody is still in there for him. Maybe a little bit of Cena is still in there. It's kind of like Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker. He sees the good in him. And in that moment, he could have struck him, but he's like, it's just weird. It doesn't feel right. And of course, Cena being crafty now, he took the opportunity. So I get it from a personal battle
Yeah,
standpoint. It's just wrestling draws it out more than what
yeah,
it needs to be because it's wrestling. But I like it.
right. But Cena used that as strategy because I feel like he was that guy that wouldn't do that, wouldn't do the wrong thing, and at this moment he just doesn't care because he want that championship, and he was trying to. You saw how he pinned Cody. He was like he was just desperate for him to stay down,
Mm-hmm.
and when he finally did, boy, that smile finally came on his face, and like he did the impossible. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Because he
he
ain't had a
considered
win in
it
so
inevitable.
long.
Well, he considered. Yeah, I know. That's why it's so weird. It's like they threw that whole story away. John Cena losing streak, but he had to win the elimination chamber, so
Mhm.
he broke the seal. And from that point,
I mean, yeah, he broke it with that, yeah.
he has yet to lose, I guess. Mm-mm. So yeah, it was a good match though overall. One other thing I did also enjoy about Mania was the other main event, Jey Uso and Gunther. I thought that in itself was pretty good. I know a lot of people are really upset that Gunther ended up winning this match. Losing this match based on a chokeout and tapping uber quickly. But again, you got to look at the context of it. Jay hit what? Oh, how did that match end? Oh, it's been a moment since I
I
saw
don't
it.
know, but
There he is. Still there? Oh,
I'm here.
oh,
I'm here.
there he is.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, folks.
Sorry, he's back. I was getting into Jay and Gunther the night. Well, that wasn't the main event. That was the opener. Should have been the main event.
oh,
I forgot about it. It was the other world title match,
see.
though. That's what it was. The other world title match.
Oh yeah, man. I from Jay's entrance alone, man, that was just great because it was almost like college game day with the flags, the yeet flags out there, the fans yeeting all over the place, and like his outfit, everything was got me hyped for that. And the fact that it took, three or four Uso
Splashes.
splashes,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
the
he
splash.
made
That's what it was.
yeah, and then he made him tap out. I was like, woo, that
No,
was
I popped. I got excited. So I was really excited about it. Um, to that point, though, I do feel as if in the end of it, it
great.
made a bunch of
But Gunther,
sense. There we go. You back?
Lord, what's going on?
There you are.
Hello, yeah, I mean, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, it's going in and out
I
there.
don't know. I'm trying to figure out why people are hating on that because he got the air out of him,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
and
So
then
like yeah, to that point, just the whole thing. He speared him, right? He power bombed him, then he speared him
yeah,
immediately, and then he did two splashes on the stomach, and then an extra splash on his back. Yeah, and Gunther was getting up, but as soon as he put him in the choke, yeah, you're gonna tap out. You're out of breath. That's four, 5 moves. That's gonna knock the wind out of you. You
yeah,
gasping for breath. Yeah, and plus Gunther is a smart person. He's gonna preserve himself for the rematch. He ain't gonna risk anything.
yeah. Um, I guess some people think he should have did something else, and they don't see and like Jaden, he don't use submissions, and they think Gunther being a using more often that he'll be able to get out of it. But like I said, the breath was taken out of him. You have no choice.
Mm-hmm.
Like y'all ain't think about move to move and what effects the moves have.
No, you talking about ring psychology.
Yeah,
No, most
like,
people don't
like
understand.
y'all got to pay attention to these things. And so,
Yes, it's called selling.
right, like come on, bro.
But
like
yeah,
like Jay went there with a plan, and it came. The plan worked.
yeah, come at him. Just go straight at him. Go straight at
Right,
Gunther.
and
Don't
he
hold
went
back.
right. He went back and forth with Gunther. Like he's learned. He's fought Gunther 4 times. This is his 4th time fighting at WrestleMania. So I would assume he learned some things in those matches to the point where okay, I got this now. I'm gonna do this. I got this plan, and it worked.
Yeah, and
It
also they
finally
want
worked for
to.
him.
This also is kind of reminiscent of him and Sami Zayn, where you got to admit to some degree, Gunther was undermining his opponent, fighting down to his level. And you don't fight down to that person's level because they're going to beat you with experience. But nonetheless, um, Gunther, I don't think took Jay that seriously, considering how he had such an advantage over him record wise anyway. So there's a lot of reasons why I think Gunther should have lost, and he did lose. So yeah, I'm fine with it. I'm happy. People's
Yeah, I
champ is
mean,
crowned the champ. My tribal chief is Jay
oh,
Uso.
you got a new one. You had Solo. What happened to Solo? He lost.
Listen, yeah, he ain't doing it. Dude was at Mania just to coach on Jacob, and that was it. So
yeah, we can talk about that next, right quick. That's a good segue. But I want to talk about what Gunther did on Raw since he lost.
Yeah, he did a great thing on Raw. Very happy for Gunther.
What?
Dude, I'm tired of Pat McAfee.
You don't like Pat?
I'm gonna give you a perfect. Pat McAfee is that guy who goes to the party and gets drunk really early and just doesn't know how loud and obnoxious he can be. Like everyone, dude, calm down. You started too early.
I don't know.
Pat McAfee is fine, but too much of him becomes a lot.
I hear you. But I don't know. I ain't like him putting hands on Michael Cole, and I like that Pat stood up for Michael Cole.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. You know why you know why he went at Michael Cole? Because you hear what Michael Cole said?
I didn't know exactly what he was saying, but I mean, he's always, doing the yeet and stuff with Jay and celebrating with him. I mean, what else did he say? I might have missed something.
Gunther has no success or lack of success at WrestleMania.
Oh.
Yeah, it was
it's true.
Yeah, but you listen. Not true, because didn't he win the triple threat against Drew?
Oh no, yeah.
So it's like it's not completely true.
It's not. But you don't do it. You got to throw that man out for it.
Well, Michael Cole got a big mouth. How about you take that big mouth and back it up? That's how Gunther felt.
You know how much Michael talk junk about a lot of people, but they don't put their hands on them.
No, they don't. But you know what? Someone pointed this out. This is very reminiscent, a real close shot to AEW pulling the exact same angle. A week before, they did it with FTR and Tony Schiavone. Tony Schiavone made a comment about FTR. FTR approached Tony Schiavone and attacked him, and Nigel McGuinness came in the ring to save him.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know. It's a good trope.
It was good angle because it got me. I was edging my seat like, what, man? Okay, hold on, bro. You don't be doing that to my Cole and Pat, man. You gotta do Pat like that. And I was mad at security, bro. Like, why is you holding Pat team back?
Because
like that?
It's just gonna be a brawl. You don't want, dude. First of all, they are not registered wrestlers. Like, that's a difference right there. That's a liability issue because kayfabe, they're not wrestlers.
Yeah, but you can't get Gunther off this man. You can do all that, but you can't get Gunther off this man like right here.
They couldn't save.
Get off him! Get off him! Come on, Gunther! Come on! Like, come on, bro! Like, do something. You security, secure.
It's your first time seeing security?
I know, but y'all just so trash, bro. I was, but that moment you just said when Seth Rollins got like 6 tsunamis, like, bro, get him off the top rope.
Yeah, no, just move Seth out the ring.
Yo,
that was hilarious though.
Yo, all right, yeah, move Seth.
Just move Seth out the ring.
Security is the most trash thing ever, bro. I can't get over it. I cannot get over it. Every time I see them try to do something.
Listen. They wrote Pat McAfee off. That's cool. It happens. Let's go ahead and bring back Corey Graves. Oh, you know what? Bring in Wade Barrett. Wade Barrett is so good at color commentary.
He is, but I'm glad they brought Testator out there though. That's my guy. He's my guy too though.
He is, but I don't want to like Michael Cole. They
kind of about the same.
Yeah, you need someone different there.
Yeah, but they did good for the rest of the show together because Michael came out there. He was talking with Pierce saying, "Y'all, you gotta do something about this." And I want to know what Pierce is actually going to do. And I was surprised Jay didn't come out there. So I don't think they're going straight to a rematch since Jay didn't come out there.
Well, they still could. I mean, that could be a thing they can say. It's just he might not have came out there because things happen. It's a long night. He might not have been there any longer. I don't know. He might have left.
Yeah.
He's a champion now. He has new obligations and responsibilities.
He does. And
he can't just hang around.
He had a celebration going on Raw, and I thought Sammy was going to do something to that man, the way he was looking at him when he was on that top rope.
Yeah, that's just what it was weird. I don't know why he would have.
Yeah, I was like, why? If you did do it, that makes no sense. But it just, I was bracing myself for it. I ain't gonna
Because you never
lie.
know.
Yeah, but then he's brought Jimmy out there, so I was like, okay, it ain't happening. It's not gonna happen. At
Yeah, the
least not
numbers
right.
game are against him. Maybe he was going to do something. And
Right.
Jimmy came out and
Right.
like, oh, not yet.
Yeah. So maybe down the line. So I don't know who's Jay's first defense is gonna be against, but
Who do you think it should be against? Pick someone. Pick his first opponent.
I mean the way things going on, I'd be surprised if it ain't Seth.
Oh, okay. I mean, Paul Heyman did call him the reigning. Do you want to go ahead and talk about the triple threat, or do you want to
Oh
just?
yeah, let's talk about these big matches out here. That big match. The triple threat was amazing. I didn't see Paul Heyman turning on both of them. Low blowing CM Punk and Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
But I mean, Sean called it. He said Paul Heyman was gonna go out with Seth Rollins, and that's what happened. And Seth Rollins he's the visionary, and he visioned it. He made a plan. And he's the architect. He put things together. He's the architect. He put things together, and he got Paul Heyman, and on Raw you got Braun Breaker. But let's stick with the triple threat match with. Especially the moment where Seth was trying to get Roman to do the shield bomb to CM Punk, and Roman, he said, "I've done that enough times with you, and it cost me every time. So I'm gonna smack you in the face and put both y'all to both of these tables." And that's such a deep moment. Yeah, because like I said, it's been so many Shield reunions, and I enjoyed every single one of them. But Roman has learned from his past finally, and he said, "Nah."
Has he?
Maybe.
Listen, you know the consistent thing with Roman?
At least with Seth.
You know the most consistent thing with Roman is that someone's going to betray him.
Yeah, but I mean, does he? What's the word?
Does it warrant it? Yeah, he does. Except the only one is Seth. That's probably the only one that's not justified. But I think every other betrayal is justified.
Yeah.
It's just he's going to get betrayed on. That's just the thing, though.
It's a big moment when it happens, also. So it's always a big moment.
Exactly.
But like I said, that was my favorite moment because that Shield was one of my favorite groups ever. So that moment meant a lot to me. And I thought Punk was gonna win this whole thing, but when he got the low blow, I was like, because when Paul Heyman got in the ring, I was like, oh, here we go. What's really going on here?
Yeah, it was weird that did you see him handing the chair to Paul? So he went and got a chair. Did you see him going to hand the chair to Punk? Or did you see him possibly handing it to Roman?
I thought it was gonna be like, I think it happened with Roman and Brock, where he put either the belt or something in the middle of them.
Yeah, it was the belt.
Yeah, the belt. Yeah, I thought he was gonna put it in the middle, and then they're gonna fight over it because it's hard for him. This whole build up has been him having to choose, and he didn't want to make the decisions. I thought he was gonna just put it in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
But he's sending straight to Punk, and then he got in the ring. When he got in the ring, I kind of knew what was up.
Something was not going to be good.
Yeah. So I thought, because if he just had him a chair and stayed out there and backed off, then okay, he made his choice for real, and then he's really not going back with Roman. Because if you had into Punk in the match like that, you're not going back with Roman after this.
Oh, ideally, no. It'd be a hard thing to kind of convince him to do.
Yeah, because Roman already smushed you and whatever on shows before, prior to WrestleMania. So, but when he did a low blow to Punk, I was like, and then the smile on Roman's face was just hilarious. He's like, he almost cried and then cried laughing.
Because he had his wise man back. It's like, oh wow, you really do like me. It was a real touching moment for Roman, I imagine.
Right.
Too bad.
Right. So he low blows Punk. And then what happened right there? And then Roman took him out.
Then he has so he low blows Punk. He knocks him down. And then Paul Heyman points to Seth. Because Seth is on the ropes trying to get up. And he hands Roman the chair, and he said it's practically on the silver platter. Oh my God, this is your moment. And then as he gets ready to go ahead and hit Seth in the back, Paul Heyman low blows Roman Reigns, and he really digs it in there for some reason.
Yeah, that was hilarious. I was like, bro, okay, you got him. You got him.
It wasn't good enough.
Yeah, it made Roman feel that one. But he betrayed both of them and hands Seth Rollins the chair.
Yeah.
And Seth Rollins does the deed and pins Roman. And that's what me and you kind of wanted. We wanted Roman to get pinned.
That's the key thing.
Roman needed that loss.
Yeah.
To me, he done got away with too much. It's like Jesse off of Breaking Bad. He can't keep getting away with this.
It's just you never really got any type of payback for anything that he's done. So that's why I'm not big on it.
Yeah. And Michael Cole talking about Paul Heyman like he the most disgusting thing on earth. I was like, have you not been watching what Roman been doing to this man?
I'm kind of confused. So that's my whole issue. In the heel face dynamic of this match, I always felt like, for what it's worth, Roman was a heel.
Yeah.
CM Punk was a heel, especially from Paul Heyman's perspective, because he was using Paul. He was using Paul as a means to get to Roman under the disguise of friendship. Hey, Paul, you're my friend. Like, what was that on the other Raw where he's sitting there chatting with Punk, look in my eyes, and that whole thing.
In backstage.
He specifically looks dead at Roman. That's the type of thing you do if you out with a girl and you see your ex-girl and you try to be real funny so that way your new girl can make your ex-girl upset. That's just like, okay, what are you doing right now?
I mean, he's been pitted against. That's more for Roman to mess with Roman, but that don't mean you're not friends with Paul.
Yeah, but you don't want to use or abuse your friendship as a means of a toy like that. It didn't feel authentic. It feels like all of it was just, I need you to really get under Roman. And Paul Heyman had a hard time even making this choice. He didn't even want to do it really, but he was so obligated to because it was his friend and he promised him a favor. And then at some point, Paul was like, you know what? I feel like you're really just using me. This ain't a real favor. Yeah.
Because, I mean, the favor could have been something else for real.
What would you like to have seen?
What I've been talking about for months. It could have been a number 30 spot or a title match. I mean, what more than you want than that?
No, I don't know. You obviously didn't want that. He didn't go for a title or anything. He went for his chances and he lost. And then his whole thing became, you know what? I want to get at Roman. He ain't got no belt, but I just want to stick it to him.
I hear you. But I mean, I don't know. He got his main event. So he got one thing out of it, but he didn't get the victory. So.
But that wasn't his favor, though. That's really weird because, think about it. He set this up at War Games. He says, you owe me one. Do you think he knew what the favor was at that point? Just hypothetically. Or was
no. Ain't no way. No way. Because at that point, your mindset is, after War Games, your mindset is to go win the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, right. That was his next thing.
So
like you said, it could have been a number 30 spot. Yeah.
That's why I said that, because he made it at that time. Makes sense. Like I said, he didn't think about that, the favor, until the match was made.
Yeah.
For WrestleMania.
He probably really didn't have a favor. He's like, I gotta ask Paul for something. You know, it'd be a good favor,
right?
That's with Roman,
right? That's like, it's almost like Money in the Bank, almost. Where I'm gonna cash in now. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It was kind of wow. That's right. The favor was kind of a Money in the Bank. He was just hovering over Paul, like, I'm gonna cash in.
Yeah, that's why he said when he signed the contract. But that's not the favor. Like, man,
that's a fake cash in.
Right. Well, you cash in and lost. That's what.
Right. Yeah, he did. That's the thing.
That's basically what it was.
I'm gonna fast forward here to Money in the Bank. Do you think John Cena is going to enter himself in the Money in the Bank to prevent people from getting at his world title?
No.
Okay.
That's an idea, but I think it's gonna be just too much work for John Cena.
No, I'm thinking from the Brock Lesnar standpoint, where there's that 6th man, but nobody knows who he is, and it's at the end of the match where he comes out. He just runs up the ladder and takes it.
I hated that. I hated that moment. More than Mustafa Ali.
Boy, Mustafa Ali is just bad luck. Look, you got screwed out of Money in the Bank because someone got hurt. You lost the Elimination Chamber opportunity. That could have been your Kofi Mania. We could have been Mustafa Mania.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Mustafa.
Things
But
happen.
hey, he doing great things at TNA. So shout out to Mustafa Ali.
He's doing something. TNA.
But yeah, I don't think he does that. I just whoever wins wins. Right at this moment, I'm thinking about what we're talking about. It might be Braun Breaker.
What being the
Money in the Bank?
Oh, because he tied himself with the Click.
Yeah.
What is this? The Deadly Alliance?
Yeah, Dangerous Alliance.
Dangerous Alliance.
Yeah, it might be the new Dangerous Alliance, and I think it's more people gonna be at. Oh Lord. I think more people are going to be added to this group. I don't think it's just going to be Heyman, Seth, and Breaker.
Do they add Becky?
So
real quick before we get to that, I want to can we talk about the women tag titles? What happened here? What was that all about?
You can't have. Well, I mean, you couldn't have Becky return at WrestleMania and her and Lara Valkyria not win. I called Becky, by the way. I called it being Becky, by the way.
Yeah, you did.
Because I mean, it just made sense. But I don't think Becky is the one who beat up Bayley, though. Just put that out there.
Well, I don't know, because I think my thing is, could you not have? Well, I guess it just would have been no, because it was on heels. Could you not have done what you did on Raw at Mania?
You could have, but no, well, yeah, it still could have been a moment, but that's a Raw to WrestleMania moment. I think that's a Raw to WrestleMania is a return and a big victory. It's almost like I don't know who won at WrestleMania and lost a Raw. Zack Ryder.
Oh, that was awful. He lost in his hometown in front of his family.
Yeah, it was almost like that. So it was a big moment. Lara Valkyria having 2 belts, and they brought in Becky. So yeah, they had to win because I mean it was a big moment for Becky to return. And so Raw was Liv outsmarting them and getting it back, and Becky turn on her because she lost. Maybe I'm waiting. I'm kind of actually intrigued to see why Becky did this, and the fans cheered it for some reason. I guess I don't know.
Because you know that. Listen, John Cena told you. Bryan Danielson told you. This can't be fickle.
Yeah. Well, the fans are cheering a lot of bad guys or heels during this weekend.
You know, it's the Monday after Raw. I mean, yeah, it's the Monday after WrestleMania. They're supposed to be the
Bizarro World or whatever.
Yeah, the Bizarro World.
I mean, but they was doing that all weekend because they've been cheering for Cena all weekend.
And they're booing Bianca, huh? Didn't like that.
And boy, that was some mess. But we'll talk about that in a second. Because y'all fans, something wrong with y'all. Because Bianca been spitting facts the whole build up. And y'all just like Rhea because she's Rhea. I get it. I get the star power. I get the attraction. I like Rhea too. But Rhea been acting like a child, literal child, all the way up to WrestleMania. They messing up her character with that build up to WrestleMania. I'm just saying.
Maybe it's a heel turn.
It's not though, because she saved Io on Raw. So it's not a heel turn for Rhea. Everybody keep talking about a heel turn for Bianca, but Bianca telling the truth and she actually wanted the Elimination Chamber to get to WrestleMania.
Yeah, you know, sometimes people who tell the truth are labeled as heels. Shout out to Kevin Owens.
I knew it. I knew that was coming. I knew it. I just knew it. Lord. Shout out Kevin. Get better, Kevin. Hurry back. We love to see you on the screen. But I don't know. Well, I mean, if we want to continue to talk about that match too, real quick.
I mean, might as well.
We right here.
Yeah, so that was like listen, I know a lot of people like that men's triple threat. But boy, that women's triple threat might have been the best I ever seen on WWE television.
Yeah, it might have been. That's one of my favorite matches of WrestleMania. I tell you that. It's top 3, top 2.
That was a good match. That was so good. It was from the gate. All explosive, all brakes, no gas. Well, you know what I'm saying. All gas,
all right, Jacob. All right.
Oh, had that
but from the out, yeah. But from the outfits to the entrances, with Bianca having all the roses, and I still can't believe Bianca makes all her outfits. They're all fire, bro. With all the roses and stuff, the whole outfit, and her stepdaughter being in her entrance.
Yeah.
Rhea Ripley doing the Joker kind of cosplay,
Mm-hmm.
which is so dope. I said it, but I know exactly what Joker she was doing. But I saw with the lipstick, I saw it was like a Joker type of look.
Yeah.
But that was dope. EO from that, I just love hearing her song, man. That theme
Yeah, her
song is
song
just
is her
amazing.
song is awesome.
Yeah, and we just all love EO. And then her when I see the backstage when her family was there and taking pictures and stuff, I was like, that was so cool. And then EO won. I hate Bianca took the pin. I hate Bianca lost and broke her WrestleMania streak. But
No, did you hear the intro when they gave out before Bianca? They said she don't have a streak. I told you that it was that battle royal. They counted it. So Michael Cole,
they want
the
to count it with
moment he
her.
made,
Oh,
the moment hold on, the moment they mentioned that in her
all right.
entrance, that's when I knew like she's not gonna win because they already just kind of admitted she doesn't have a streak. So now that's not a thing.
Mm-hmm. Okay, hold on. Give me a second.
Okay, but like I said, it's a great match, top to bottom, nonetheless. Io with the big win. With did she do the moonsault onto Bianca after she hit the KOD on Rhea? Man, I
Man,
tell you, the fluidity of from finisher to counter to finisher to counter was just good,
spectacular.
right?
That's definitely one of the matches I will be going back to watch again from WrestleMania. Um, so I'm trying to see where they go from this because EO came out celebrating with the World Championship, and then Stephanie McCool came out the challenger, the NXT champion.
Yeah, just to a match. It was a good promo. So, I mean, think about this for a second. You had WWE television that had two women whose first language is not English. And I
Right. I
mean,
was
they
thinking
had a
about that.
whole promo. And I found funny is that Stephanie Vaquer ended her promo in Spanish. And it's like, did even Io know what she said? Did she just, I don't know. I like the way
Right.
Stephanie talks. It's so eloquent.
Yeah. But it was a dope match. Got ruined though by surprisingly Julia and Roxanne Perez. I'm like, when these two start, hanging out, teaming up, what are we doing here? Is this a call up? Or what?
Mm,
I don't think it is. I don't know, but because they were still on NXT also.
I think it was advertising for NXT. They are probably going to be coming in the draft. I think they'll do a draft.
Okay.
I don't know
Yeah,
if they'll do call ups like that.
that makes sense. But it's like they teaming up because I thought because Roxanne was usually teaming up with Cora Jade. That's what she did on Stand and Deliver. And
But
so
Stephanie took Julia's title.
this is true. This is true. But I
And
was just saying her teaming with Roxanne was just kind of off to me, but because from what I've seen.
no, I get what you're saying. It's just it's funny because even then Julia attacked Io.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't really jump on Stephanie. I don't know. We'll see where it goes. Cause I don't know. I didn't guess
But
what I thought
then
about
I mean
NXT.
Rhea Ripley came out to save Io. So that's why I'm saying Rhea Ripley's not becoming a heel. She's saving her, but she still wants to come for that title. She still told Io, "I'm coming for that title." So we'll see where that goes. I hope she don't get her own match. I'll be
That'd
I'll
be a
be
third
right.
one.
Right.
That'd be a third match.
I ain't good with that. I
Well,
don't want to say.
you know what? See, that's funny thing, right? People love Rhea Ripley, but can I just say, why is Charlotte getting all this hate again? People, I mean, look, Rhea has never had a match at Mania that didn't involve a title. All of her matches at Mania were title matches. And I
Yeah.
got to sit here and hear people talk about, man, I'm tired of Charlotte being in the title picture. Well, where's that same energy for Rhea Ripley?
Or Becky Lynch also. Same
Hey,
thing.
right?
Yeah.
Give it. I want all that energy for all these women. This is how they are booked. I don't see why. And the worst thing is, again, Charlotte, she has the shortest reigns of all of them in her title reigns.
But
So
I guess because she has so many reigns, and that's all she was doing. And with other women wrestlers, they did have other matches that they have more feuds than her, like that's separate from the title.
okay, well, I mean, Rhea Ripley. How many feuds has she had that has nothing to do with a title?
Well, that's a lot of them. Yeah, I had to go back and look, but I mean, A lot of them do have to do with the title because I mean, I was thinking about her and Liv this past year.
Yeah. And then most of the time she was a champion. And if she wasn't, she was chasing a title because she went against Charlotte. All those were about a title.
I don't know. I mean, I guess it's all on book now.
I mean, for
I
the
like I said, I had to go
lobby,
back and look. I don't know.
it's just
It's hard to say at the moment.
it's one of the things. I think this is more so not an issue about the people. Sometimes I feel like that's just how women's wrestling is booked, where a lot of the time it is about a title. There's not very often where they have feuds that are just about feuds that get real big, presentation. It may be like a side story, like Mia Yim and Chelsea Green before the mid card women's title. They had a feud about the whole garbage thing. It
Yeah,
wasn't featured, but it was a weekly television thing,
yeah,
but it wasn't a top story.
yeah. But we did have one like that for WrestleMania.
There we go. That's a segue.
Right into Jade and Naomi tore it up. We was kind of some people were kind of worried about this match with both of their skill sets,
It was me.
but yeah,
It was me. I said
yeah,
backlash. I thought
I'm
it'd be a
people, I'm
SmackDown
people,
main event.
yeah, I'm people. But it was great. I enjoyed it. The moves they pulled off, the reversals they pulled off. I enjoyed it. I was good. I thought Naomi came out there with the hardcore music, hardcore rock music.
Mm-hmm.
Very different for her. So that was interesting. And Jay came in with the storm forecast.
Yeah, that
The
whole
guy-
thing.
Old boy from the Weather Channel came through. You know what I'm saying?
That was a lot put together there.
Yeah. So, but very great, very great outfits. I look at outfits a lot. So I mean that's why I enjoy it. I download on the game, download new outfits on the game, everything. So I very much enjoy the look, the aesthetics. Not just for the women, for everybody. Like, see, what are you wearing for WrestleMania? I mean, speaking of that, I mean, who you thought? Did you think who had the best outfit for WrestleMania? Yeah, you have a pick,
Yo,
two picks.
I'm not that guy.
Oh, you know, okay,
Listen,
I got you.
I'll be fine if a wrestler wears the same gear every single day. I'll be like, okay, just go in
Oh
the ring and do what
wow.
you do. It's
Nah,
not. I don't know.
I like
It's
to
not a
switch. I
big.
like to switch it. I don't know. I'm a
I
gear
mean,
guy.
I like the cosplay idea when they do that type of thing, but I mean,
Okay.
I can't even tell you how many different colors Rey Mysterio has worn. For me, it's
Oh,
still
okay.
just
Nobody tell you that,
whatever.
boy. Rey Mysterio be killing it out here.
A lot of colors, but back to the match itself. Let me tell
Wait,
you,
wait.
um, dude, this is honestly one of my match of the nights.
Oh, really?
This was probably the best match. I don't care. I thought it was one of the best matches in Mania. I love how they told the story. I love Jade being it. Just the execution of Naomi coming off the rope and Jade catching her clean in a suplex without a strong
That
struggle
that
and
was
doing it
clean.
multiple times. She even had her in an electric chair and spent that around to a power bomb. I look
Yeah.
for like you said, very low expectations based on in-ring ability and all that, but dude, they delivered like they were great technicians, excellent dude. Naomi is a veteran. I had to give her respect. She's been doing this for
Yeah.
a long time. So yeah, great match. I don't care. That was one of the best matches of the night to me.
It was very. I'm very proud of them girls. Happy for them. I just want to see where the story goes from here because I thought one of them was going to probably interfere with the triple threat match with Bianca, but I'm glad that didn't happen.
Yeah, let it
Um,
just play itself out. That's good.
yeah. So we're gonna see where this goes. And Jay was asked after the show, "Is it over?" And she was like, "She didn't really give an answer like that." And she said, "Might not." Some we will see where this goes. I guess she just was trying to not give things away.
It's the Bianca factor because it's
Yeah.
for her. I guess it's over for Naomi, but again, you can't say that because it may not be over for Naomi.
Nah, Naomi, it ain't over Naomi because, like I said, that's a fatal attraction type of thing. That's why I thought Naomi was going to interfere in the Bianca thing because I feel like it's a fatal attraction situation because of the SmackDown before. She said she been calling Bianca this and that, and she came out soon as she saw Bianca on SmackDown. So we had to wait for SmackDown to see what happens with those two or those three, the big three. Uh, and they actually won a Slammy Award, Bianca and Jade for best tag team. So that might get under Naomi's skin too, because Naomi was teamed with Bianca also. So that might cause some friction right there, right? Just for the Slammy Award. I mean, they could use that actually. I don't know if they will do it, but I think that'd be smart to do it.
I mean, it wouldn't be bad. I can see
Yeah, I
that.
think it adds to the storyline.
Yeah, because it's something you can add to it. I mean, they made a big. Well, I guess they made somewhat of a big deal about the Slammy Awards. I haven't seen the Slammy
Uh
Awards since Todd Pettengill was hosting them, so I don't know anything about Slammy Awards.
oh Lord. I mean, I don't think they advertise it as much. I mean, at least I didn't see them, but I just caught some of it. So that's one of the biggest ones I caught. So I think it just adds to the story if they decide to do that. But we was talking about Charlotte earlier. So and Charlotte and Tiffany told her, Tiffany the boy, she looked like she was in a fight for real,
Oh yeah,
and
that's
she
and you
she
know
earned
what?
that victory.
Yeah, that was actually a pretty good match. It was a pretty good match. That's all I'll say to it.
Yeah, I mean Tiffany chipped a tooth and then she got it fixed quick because in the post show, the press conference, her teeth was fixed. I was like, oh well, dang, I
That
know they got
medical
some good.
facility. They got those
I,
medical facilities.
I understand, but dang, that was fast for me for it to be something like that.
Might have just popped in some veneers or something.
I mean, yeah, maybe, probably. Maybe I don't know what happened, but she showed Chip the Tooth, and like I said, she was like said like she was glad that match was over because Lord, she's just
Yeah.
Charlotte really brought it to her
Also,
after the kind of hostile build up they had. It got
yeah, it
real
was really
personal.
rough. It was really rough. I wasn't too sure if it was going to be a good match or not either. I was thinking this should have been the first match to get it out the way, but either way, I'm fine with it. I like how it went. It was okay. That's all I'll say to it. It's not much else. Tiffany won, so that's really about all.
Okay, I was happy about that. One of the surprises for me was Jacob Fatu winning.
Oh,
And
really?
I know it's Jacob Fatu. I get it. I know he's off the chain and all gas,
Yeah.
no brakes, and this and that. But the story where it was building up, I mean, I thought Solo was going to interfere.
There was no real story in this match. The story building up to this match was Jacob fighting Braun Strowman, and the winner just happened to fight LA Knight. LA, you know what? I wish LA Knight had some promo time with Jacob. Maybe that would have been pretty cool.
I, I thought that would have been perfect. That's why I didn't think Jacob was getting this match in the first place because it didn't seem like that's what they were building up to. It felt like they was building up to Jacob versus Solo.
Yeah, it did to a degree. I'm glad they didn't go that route, although, I mean, it still can. I hope it
Yeah,
doesn't, but it still could.
we had to see what happens on SmackDown with that one also, but I don't know. Like, it's just the way they built things. I like WrestleMania, but like I said, the builds was a little off.
It wasn't great. You know why? Oh, listen, don't get me started. The reason I think it was off is because of The Rock. I think he threw
Oh,
everything off course because he tried to not manhandle. He tried to strong arm the main event. He wanted to. I don't know what he wants, but I think it was throwing off Triple H and his booking because it's like, what are you doing? Are you going to be here or not? Because I don't know how I'm supposed to end this thing or go about this thing. So you got to let me know
yeah,
what's going on.
yeah. And Rock was saying, I don't want to overstep with other commitments I have.
Then
Okay, well, I
don't.
mean, let me know something though. You still, everybody you deal with, I'm sure they have schedules. So let me know something. And I only need you for 5 to 10 minutes at WrestleMania.
I mean, at least appear on the screen. Just give me something. I don't know. Do
I
something.
mean,
Give me a
via
pre-tape segment.
satellite,
Yeah, give me a
via,
pre-tape segment.
jeez.
I don't know. It's just really weird because I'm going back to the main event. One thing, real quick, to that, it was a little lackluster for just to be Travis Scott, especially since
Yeah.
he didn't really add anything to it. Because granted, the ending you can kind of do it without him. But you know what? If you go all the way back to Elimination Chamber and don't even think about The Rock being in the ring, the entire feud can go like The Rock never existed in it.
I mean,
Because
yeah,
John Cena could just turn heel for the sake of turning heel, and he explained why he turned heel the next night.
he can, but The Rock was still there.
I know.
You can't just forget about The Rock was there.
I know.
He
That was
did the
pretty good.
throat cut. They did the pose. All three of them. I'm like, come on, man. You can't say, "Oh, I want to step back." Final boss be in the shadow. We could go back to that story.
I
I
hear
get
you.
it. Yeah, I
Yeah.
hear you, but
No, you're right. You're absolutely right. It is hard to just because it was a. I mean, go back to that promo where he said, "Cody, I want your soul." Remember, if you go back and watch that promo, it was all over the place. I really feel like The Rock was just ad libbing, wrote himself into a corner that everyone was like, "We're not doing this story. We're not turning
Yeah.
Cody heel.
Yeah.
And he was like, well, if you're not doing my plan, then I'm walking out. Just like he did with Fast and the Furious, just like he did with the DC universe, and just like he did, well, he didn't do that last year, but they ended up working him in last year. But dude has a tendency to do this. He wants things his way, and if he can't get it, he'll walk out. That's why he had Hobbs and Shaw.
Yeah. I did enjoy that though. I did enjoy Hobbs and Shaw. But that's beyond the point.
You like the Fast series, so
Oh yeah,
it
yeah.
checks out.
Oh yeah. Fast Series, although ridiculous,
It's entertaining.
it's entertaining. And Rock's back into it. So I'm sure they doing a Fast 11 sooner or later.
Yeah, the quest for peace.
Lord.
Anyway,
But another match from WrestleMania, we're talking about Rey Mysterio versus
no, it was Ray Phoenix.
oh yeah, Ray Phoenix. Lord, I'm sorry, Ray
Versus Americano.
for a Grande Americano, the Starbucks drink.
That's what I'm going to call him. Okay.
Yeah, I was surprised he won. Grande won this.
Yeah, I didn't have him winning either because I didn't think they were going to have Ray Phoenix lose, but I also felt like Ray was supposed to win. I don't know. It's just.
It's weird, especially with the announcement, the big announcement they had before WrestleMania, right before WrestleMania, the pre-shows,
Oh,
with a AAA acquisition,
yeah.
and then you have Ray Phoenix lose.
You know, it just would have been. What was I going to say? Why did they could have had Dragon Lee take this? Why wasn't Dragon Lee the guy? Why was it Ray Phoenix?
Because I guess it was supposed to be Rey Mysterio, so they still wanted a Ray in there. They still advertised it.
Oh my god!
And Ray Phoenix just got there, so they want to showcase him and the skills he has.
Yeah, but I mean, Dragon Lee fits in the story because he's actually part of LWO. Ray Phoenix just got there. As far as we're concerned, he never even talked to Rey Mysterio.
No, he did.
I know
on the Friday before.
I know,
and he called and Grande calls Ray Phoenix the battle Andre the Giant Battle Royal.
Was it on SmackDown?
Yeah.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, he cost that to him, so that's why he was in it. But at WrestleMania, I would think they would learn from the metal plate in the mask situation.
I don't think they watch tape.
Like, come on, wouldn't that be his comeuppance at WrestleMania?
I don't think some wrestlers watch tapes. I really don't.
Oh,
I forget who I was talking to about this, and we was like, "Oh, yeah," we was talking about Kofi Kingston and his match against Brock Lesnar, and we was like, "Kofi, why did you jump at Brock? You know not to do that." And I'm like, he probably doesn't watch tape. I don't think anyone watches. I don't think anyone in the LWO watches tape on El Americano Grande, whatever his name is.
Yeah, I guess not, because Lord, that made me mad, boy.
But yeah, I don't blame you. I wasn't too happy about it, but I mean, I think it's going to build still to a match that's going to have Ray versus him, mask versus mask. I think that's going to come down to it somehow.
Well, that better be Backlash, because Lord,
It probably will be.
They need to hurry get that rectified. Because it's supposed to be a whole joke, and they got him winning at WrestleMania. I was like, okay, well.
Who do you think Americano is?
Man, come on now. Are we doing this game? Are we playing this game right now?
Well, who do you think it is?
It's Chad Gable, man.
It's not Chad Gable.
Yes,
It already been proven out to be Chad Gable.
No,
Chad Gable was having an interview while Americano was getting tossed out, so it can't be Chad Gable.
Right, but they got the same tattoo though.
I mean, some people have a lot. How many people have tribal tattoos? Does that make them all the same? Are there when Roman Reigns has a tribal tattoo?
This ain't no tribal tattoo. This is a specific tattoo on his back.
Okay, we'll see. I'm thinking it may be almost because he's still on the card, but he hadn't been on TV.
So lately. The New Day won the tag team titles. We're talking about Kofi Kingston. Lord, yeah. The New Day won the tag team titles.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know they always got my back. I got their back too. Better than Big E did.
Oh, but they beat the War Raiders or Viking Raiders or whatever you want to call them.
No longer champions. That's what you don't call them.
Right. I mean, I thought it made sense because I mean, New Day is way more entertaining, and because Viking Raiders barely got a reaction coming out there. They had the Clash of the Clans gear on, everything like that. So the New Day gear it was what's the dude name? Gonzalez. He was at WrestleMania 9.
Oh, you talking about that Giant Gonzalez?
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
like a
Giant Gonzalez.
nod to him
Yeah, which is
and
very
Attack
interesting.
on Titan.
Okay, that sounds a lot better. Because why would you do the Giant Gonzalez? No one even likes that match. That's one of the worst Undertaker streak matches there is.
Yeah, but I
Oh,
mean, everybody
WrestleMania
still.
9. WrestleMania 9. If you haven't seen it, go see it because I saw it and you have to as well.
Say, I swear, I wasted my time, so you got to waste yours.
Exactly. Right.
That's basically what you're saying. But yeah, it was also
Exactly.
Attack on Titan gear, and then they had the two unicorns on the back. But then they had like a dead unicorn with it. I guess that's the Big E.
Ooh.
So
Shots
I was
fired.
like, well, they be throwing shots at Big E like every chance they get, ain't it?
Well, hey, Biggie ain't watching the show because he ain't see them arguing. He didn't step in then.
Oh wow! I guess
So
you
ain't
need
like he's
to.
watching it.
I guess you need to be New Day manager because you talking mess about Big E
Look,
like this.
again, those are other people who I feel are, I feel like they're more justified in their issues than Naomi is with Jade, only because Naomi actually attacked Jade. At least the New
Yeah,
Day didn't attack Big E. That's
they
all.
didn't. They said you kicked out the group
Yeah.
basically, and who cares if you got your neck broken?
Yeah, that
I
was kind of
mean,
when I first heard that, I was like, man, that was harsh. But then I thought, well, Kurt Angle did win a gold medal on a broken freaking neck, so things are possible.
another one of my goats.
Yeah, I'll take that one. Yeah, give me a Kurt Angle 16, 17 time championship. Yeah, I'll be all over that one.
Oh boy, let me get double happy out here, man. I mean, I already got Cena. Don't let me get Kurt out here. Well,
Oh
nah, Kurt ain't
boy.
doing that right now these days.
No,
He
he's
about to,
done.
yeah,
He's
yeah,
done.
yeah. It's all good. But what did you think? Speaking of cosplay and everything, we had Drew McIntyre cosplaying for Doom, the video game. They had promotions all over this game. They had ads and promotions all over this WrestleMania.
Ooh,
Man,
that's
this
the only
this was
thing
this was another one.
they'll tell you, man, these WWE pay-per-views with or PLEs with these ads, they are just it could be just too much sometimes. It's just a little too much.
Yeah,
It's too
I
much.
mean,
I skip ads on YouTube. I pay for the premium Peacock to avoid ads, and then WWE just throws them in my face anyway. It ain't
they gonna
working.
get you one way or another. They gonna get their money one way or another.
Yeah, I hear that.
Cause from that, from ticket prices, from merch sales, the whole thing, they making money out hand over fist.
All right,
And,
I don't
and I
blame
was
them.
watching a video where a guy was telling me how much he spent at WrestleMania. I'm like, what do y'all be doing for a living? And I guess you content creator because you showing this video. I guess that's what it is. But I feel like you're doing something else. This was in the thousands of dollars for this whole for this whole experience. And he gave the cheap way and the bougie way or the rich way or whatever. And even the cheap way was more than what I need to be paying. Because it's like $4,000.
$4,000? Jesus. People are making loan payments to pay off those WrestleMania tickets.
Ah, I don't understand. I didn't know what these people are doing for real, or the people need to
taking out
like.
loans.
Yeah.
That's how some people went to Beyonce concerts, taking out loans. That's why ticket sales are going to be low this year because people are still paying about last year.
Oh yeah.
I mean, across the board, I think a lot of people are going to be having bad ticket sales. Well, not as good as last year ticket sales. Let's say that.
Yeah. I don't know. Like I said, we talking about going to WrestleMania 42 in New Orleans. We gotta save up now.
Yeah.
Or y'all can like, comment, and subscribe and purchase some merch and help us get to WrestleMania 42. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna try to be that either way, no matter what. But yeah, for this street fight with Drew McIntyre, Damian Priest, I thought they went all in. I don't know. Some people thought they gonna go backstage or.
Yeah, I had them fighting in the streets of the strip. Because, I mean, look, they could have started that match right on the block of Caesar's Palace or wherever. I don't know. They could have started at Sahara for all I care and could have worked their way up the strip.
Yeah, that's too far to go.
I know it is, but I mean, I don't know. It's WrestleMania. You go all out, right?
Yeah. But it did. I mean, I think they did. It was I think it was a good match.
Oh yeah, it was a real good match. I love that ending where Drew McIntyre did a Claymore to Damien with the chair,
You see chair in the
foot to
corner.
head to chair. Good lord, he tried to kill that dude. That
I'm
was
telling you,
amazing.
he just went through 2 tables. So I was like, yeah,
Yeah,
day.
he did go through 2 tables.
But Drew McIntyre did deserve this victory. He's been taking some L's. So I figured he would get this one, but I feel like they need a rematch because Damian Priest still ain't got his chain back. So I'm
No,
like,
he deboed him. He ain't getting
yeah,
it.
to that man
What
chain.
chain? What chain? What tell me about that?
Yeah, I mean, so I didn't think I think that'd be another backlash match. Cause I think backlash is a lot of times is
The
a lot of
WrestleMania
WrestleMania
redo.
rematches.
Yeah, that's all it is. Just kind of it's the remake of WrestleMania.
Yeah, so that
How he
match can
would have booked
happen,
it.
right? And then Rey Mysterio will probably be healed up by then. He can fight El Grande Americano at Backlash.
Or maybe Dragon Lee.
Dragon Lee,
He's the speed champion. You know what? I want to shout this out to Dragon Lee real
they
quick
still doing
because
that?
so yeah, I got to definitely shout this out because the disrespect to Dragon Lee is unridiculous. It's just ridiculous right now. Give me a second. So, of all the people in WWE, can you tell me who has the longest active reign at this moment
No, because
of
they've
all
been
the current
changing.
champions?
They've been changing a lot of titles lately, so I couldn't
Oh,
tell you.
WrestleMania had what 4 title changes by itself. Oh, I'm sorry, 5. Yeah, 6 title changes
That's
at WrestleMania.
what I'm saying. Yeah. So who got the longest?
It is Dragon Lee. He has been your speed champion for 155 days. Put some respect on that man's name. The other longest champion is Chelsea Green, who has been the United States champion for 131 days. Tiffany, she's been champion for 111 days. And Oba Femi, who's been
Three
NXT
defenses.
champion, well, Oba Femi, who's been champion for 107 days thus far. Those are your 100-day champions. Everyone else is reigning within about about 30 days on average because a lot of title changes. There's a lot of title changes.
It's been a lot. It's been a lot lately. He had two in 2 days with WrestleMania
Yeah,
and
the women's.
then and Raw.
Yeah, with the women's championship, that's why the shortest reign so far is Liv and Raquel, who's been champion for 3 days because they just went
Yeah,
back on Raw.
all right. I was surprised they had Dom, defending his Intercontinental title that he won at WrestleMania, which is everybody was ecstatic about at WrestleMania.
It's the workhorse title. You're gonna have to defend it. But yeah, come on, Dominic, big win at Mania, and he pinned Finn Balor. We got to talk about that for a moment.
Right. And surprisingly, Finn isn't as mad. Well, he's not showing it right now.
Not on the outside, he ain't.
Yeah, yeah.
He's steaming.
Right. He gotta be. But Braun Breaker was showing off in this match, dominating. I knew when he doing all that, I knew he wasn't gonna win. They let him get his spots in and his domination is because he not winning this match.
Steiner math only works in the multiples of 3s. It's not for fatal 4-ways. So
Nah. He used it, but I guess it didn't work out for him. He didn't calculate something right. But
his uncle.
Nah. And it was funny when after Don won, he showed it off to Scott Steiner in the back, and Scott Steiner was talking and jumped back to him.
Hey man, no, a lot of people had. Well, some people had Don winning. You had Don winning this one, right? Yeah.
I'm down with that. I was down with it.
Yeah, me too. And I like how they did the finish as well, where Finn got the coup de grace, the coup de Gracie.
Yeah.
And he almost had it, and then Dom came in with the frog splash. Oh, I don't know. What do you do if you Finn Balor at this point?
You go along with the group for a minute, but
okay. Do you challenge?
He don't seem happy about it.
Do you challenge for the title? I mean, as long as it's in the clubhouse, right?
Yeah, that could be his excuse. But other than that, I don't know because he was surprised. I think he was trying to cost him the title against Penta. I think that was his plan until JD returned on Raw.
Yeah, I'd
JD
expect JD
McDonough.
return. That's a pretty big deal. JD McDonough coming back. I
Yeah.
feel like that was kind of thrown into the wind. They didn't really. That's a big deal. The guy almost had a collapsed lung trying to move out of the ring.
Right. I didn't think he was gonna turn like that. But I'm happy to see him because like I said, I was scared of him the way he
Took
kind of
that hit.
passing that. He was kind of passing out. Yeah, that way he had a hit, but the way he was looking after that, and he actually
Yeah,
continued the match, but he just looking kind of bad out there, and I was like, oh man.
they
But
should have pulled him.
yeah,
But I mean,
yeah,
they did eventually. But they did.
yeah. But I mean, he back. The group's back together in full strength, and so Dom might be tripping for a little minute, maybe if everybody do their part.
Well,
If
stick with
everybody,
Finn. Get the win, or he eats the pin. We'll see.
I don't know. Wait, but like I said, I'm intrigued with how this gonna go. I'm happy Dom's champion. I mean, I ain't mad at it at all. I'm not. I'll be happy whenever he gets the world title. I think that will happen because John Cena actually said Dom is, he's gonna be one of the best Mysterios as ever was. I
There's
mean,
only
Dom
two of
already
them.
thinks that. Dom already say he's the best, but I mean, getting a little props from the goat out there. So
Let me see something here. Dom Mysterio. Let me ask you a question. Who wins the title first? The
what?
World Championship first.
Okay,
Dominic Mysterio or Darby Allin?
Dominic Mysterio. All right, I'm hating. I'm hating like hate. I'm really hating. I'm really that kind of.
You kind of said that in
Oh,
spite. You like,
yeah, that was a spite. Quick answer. It really was. It really was. I'm sorry. Darby Allin isn't terrible, but I just think it's way more people that's better than him in AEW.
oh, dude, wait till Darby Allin comes back. That man has put on weight. He's about to come back a little jacked.
I would hope so. I mean, you climbing Mount Everest. I mean, I hope you got in shape or something.
I think oh, it's Eileen.
I don't
Okay,
know.
but Dominic Mysterio or Braun Breaker?
Braun Breaker.
Okay.
Because he's already in that main event spot. The way he speared Roman Reigns twice, and he speared Punk. He already in that main title picture right there already. He always in the vicinity. So I mean, he's right. Like I said, I feel like he might get Money in the Bank. I'd rather it be Carmelo Hayes. And shout out to Carmelo Hayes who won Andre the Giant Battle Royale. So happy about that. But I think Braun Breaker may get that Money in the Bank. So that's why I say that. I mean, but Dom could do it too. But I mean,
We'll see. Time will tell on that one. I don't have a Money in the Bank pick yet. I mean, you can still pick CM Punk. I doubt it.
nah. I
I
mean, he
doubt
could,
it.
but I mean, I just think CM Punk gets it a different way. I think Money in the Bank should be more for I would say more for up and comers or somebody who just hasn't been in that main card who just needs that spark. Um,
Didn't
so
Drew win it last year though?
I don't know, but then he wasted it. I don't think Drew should have won. So I hate it. He got messed up in that feud they had, but it showed the height of that feud with the Money in the Bank getting messed up with it. So it just showed the height of it. So I get that. I get it, but I just like I hate fail. I don't know. I guess I just don't like failed cash ins.
Well, the women have yet to do a failed cash in, so
Because
that's the only one
they
that's
be cashing
left.
in so quick for the most part. So a lot of times they
Well,
cash in that night.
that night or the next night or within that week or something.
Yeah. So Tiffany was like kind of off from what history has been with the women's Money in the Bank. So she held it
Hey,
for some months.
I told you she was gonna hold it for a while because they were gonna make a briefcase and they were gonna sell the hell out of that toy, which they did. And then once they finished, she cashed in, and we're here now. She's champ.
Oh yeah. Oh
It
yeah.
still probably should have been Chelsea Green. I don't know. I think Chelsea Green would have had a better run.
Maybe, but I mean, she's doing great things with the United States Championship with the Secret Service as she puts it.
That's clever. I like that.
Yeah, so I'm happy with where she's at right now. I just wish she had more contenders. I mean, she's fighting Zelina right now. She's going back for with Zelina. So we'll see where that goes. I would like Zelina to get a championship like that. But I was happy. I was hoping Michi to get it, but because
Mm,
Michi had so many shots, I thought she was gonna win one of them. But like I
mm.
said, Chelsea Green is doing her thing. She got a great gimmick going. Like I said, with what's her Piper, Niven, and Fire. So I ain't mad at it. I ain't well, like Jacoby said, I ain't mad at that.
Yeah, right.
Right. But isn't something? Is any other matches we're forgetting from WrestleMania? Uh,
Oh well, I'm pretty sure there's the AJ Logan Paul. If you want to talk about that,
yeah, AJ had the Cody dumb effect
he
of you
called
should
it
have
the
just hit.
dumb effect. What is? What, you
You
should hit him
should,
with brass knuckles,
yeah, because
dude. That's not how they win their matches.
well, you're gonna lose your matches if you're gonna
It's
keep.
called, it's called a honor code. It's an honor system, and I mean, hey, you can't knock these people who are former world champions and say you can't win that way. They won world titles that way.
Yeah, I guess I hear you. But what I mean, what do you think about speaking in the vicinity of that vicinity? What you think about Karrion Cross's rant about?
oh, I loved it. Oh man, that made me a fan of Karrion Cross because I couldn't care less about him really to some degree. But after that whole rant and rave,
Yeah,
oh, I'm all that reminded me of the Miz on Talking Smack when he and
yeah,
Brian Danielson were going at it. And
yeah,
Brian Danielson called him soft or safe, and he just flipped out. Like, you can't say that about me. I put my heart and soul in all this. I felt that same energy. So yeah, I
yeah.
liked it.
Oh yeah, and he had a crowd signs in the crowd was saying push Karrion Cross. I mean, he could
I
talk
don't
now. He could talk, but I don't know how much you should push him. But 'cause I still don't like his matches.
yeah, like he's still ain't a great wrestler. I mean, but I just want to see more character work for him. I want to see him because he seems to be really upset at AJ, and I get why he's upset at AJ, and I get their whole. I felt like this whole match was just a vehicle to move along the Karrion Cross AJ story while giving the WrestleMania card the Logan Paul match.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah. I
it.
mean,
But
I could see that because I mean that's what Karrion Cross been doing for the past few months or at least a year
years,
probably now. He's been like that
years.
back character, backstage character. That's like the devil on your shoulder and telling you what to do. Like he did,
Yeah,
like because you see he was there with that little moment with the New Day after he saw them walking with the tag team titles and he was smiling at them. So he's like with that with them. He trying to do that with AJ. Uh, who else
he's
he was
done with other
fighting?
people.
Yeah,
He's done
no,
with other. He's done
a
it with
number of people.
yeah, Drew McIntyre on SmackDown. You know, he put a hourglass down in front of Roman, and this some could say led to the beginning of the falling of the bloodline. Granted, it was a long process, but that's what an
Yeah,
hourglass is. It's a long process.
yeah.
I don't know.
So I mean, because you can add him to any almost anybody he's interacted with. He can take credit for that. I mean, so that's what it was kind of saying for Bray Wyatt. He after you face him, he kind of changes you and whatnot. But I guess it works also for Karrion Cross. And so he doesn't
It would agree
necessarily have to do in-ring stuff that much, but it's better if he does. It
because
it'll
he is
make
a
him look
wrestler,
better.
right?
Right.
Yeah, he's a
You're a
wrestler. Like
wrestler.
in the end, regardless of all the magic tricks, drama, comedy that wrestling has, all issues are still going to be handled in the ring. So you gotta. That's why the Uncle Howdy thing was so weird to me. Because
Hmm.
I'm like, this guy's got to wrestle eventually. What the hell is that going to look like? I wasn't sure. And you know what?
Yeah.
It's still sort of a mystery because I mean, the Wyatt Six ain't really been seen in I don't know how long at this point.
It's been months, man. Because I guess they feel like everything has to run through Bo Dallas. I guess he's hurt or whatever, or I'm assuming he's hurt.
I don't know.
Um, but I feel like you could do more with the other members. Cause I
Yeah, at
feel
least
like they still
expand
need to
upon them.
be, expand upon them that explain their part, why they still here. Feel like it wasn't fully explained with everybody, or like say these have like Nikki Cross or Alexa Bliss. Where's Alexa Bliss?
I don't know. Just waiting on the Y6 thing. That's the thing. They're waiting on the whole Y6 thing. You see, it's not. They just need. It's one thing to know what the characters are, but development. Build and mold. Again, I got to bring to the bloodline with this. That's why it was so good because you had those backstage moments. You had those interactions with Sammy and Jimmy and Jay and Roman, and you saw their dynamic with each other and how they talk to each other and how they relate to each other. We didn't get that with the other bloodline. We're sure enough not getting it with the Y6, so it's like we don't know really what to make of these people because we just don't know their characters. They're just people. It's a Bray Wyatt cover band. That's what it really is. That's why I'm really not a big fan of it until
Yeah.
they do something significant.
They had like one or two moments against,
Yeah, they killed
very,
everyone backstage,
yeah,
and then their in-ring debut. Was there
right.
another
And
moment?
and then the Rowan video was the one. I think that's one of the most him. I guess him and Bo Dallas had the most impactful, vignette videos. But other
Yeah, I
than that,
guess. Yeah, but that's okay.
like I said, it was just them two who are directly linked to Bray Wyatt. Bo Dallas being his brother, of course, and then Rowan, who's there from the beginning.
Yeah, at least part of the group, the Wyatt
Yeah,
family. Yeah, but I mean, even then, it's still I don't know anything about the characters. Like even I get that. Like everyone has an emotional attachment to Bray Wyatt, even as fans. But
yeah.
like, who are these characters?
Well, like I said, you can explain that. You don't have to have Bo Dallas there exactly. Put up Alexa Bliss because she's doing nothing else, literally. Put Alexa Bliss in that situation. Let her lead that, and then she could have been going for the tag team titles with Nikki Cross.
Yeah, they could have done that, but instead they went ahead and bulldozed through the tag team division, and then they had the tag team champions lose to people who weren't even in the tag team gauntlet, and then they ended up losing the belts back and winning the belts back on Monday Night Raw. So, in about 48-hour span, they completely demolished the women's tag team division.
Eh,
That's how I see it.
I don't know, could be. I was upset about the men's tag team division on SmackDown. They didn't get their WrestleMania match. They got a TLC happening on
Well,
SmackDown that could have been at WrestleMania.
yeah, well, they should have had a
Like,
sponsorship like Clash of
oh,
Clans.
shut up. I get that.
That's how you get on Mania, get a sponsorship.
I guess because it's like they was bidding the SmackDown tag team division up for months, but they don't get a match at WrestleMania. But the Raw tag team titles do. Who hasn't been doing nothing really.
Clash of Clans and the New Day, who's a
Uh,
name brand.
I haven't seen New Day on
See, here's the
WrestleMania.
deal.
All right.
So here's how this is.
Okay.
WrestleMania, for all intents and purposes at this point, is the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So it ain't about all of what you know. It's all about who other people would know.
So
So let's
it's
get the
about
New
the.
Day out there.
So I get you. All right. Here we go. It's about the commercials and the halftime show.
I mean, it could be in the case of you know what? Yeah, even in the case of wrestling, yeah, exactly. The wrestling is for the fans who watch the weekly stuff, but ooh, look at the celebrities in the crowd. Ooh, we got a new commercial. Oh, we got a musical guest. Look who's doing the national anthem. We got to do this special moment. We're going to give you your classic favorite heroes, John Cena, maybe The Rock. Hell, you might get an Undertaker sighting, but you'll definitely get Steve Austin this year. WrestleMania is
People look for him last year.
right? WrestleMania is the Super Bowl. It's for the casual fans who kind of come in and out of wrestling, who's still familiar but not really into it like that. They got their 1 year where they can come in, really buy in, enjoy it, and then as it progresses, fade away. The Monday after Mania, that's for the fans. That's for the okay guys. You guys have been watching committedly. I know that Mania probably wasn't the thing you all like, but you know what I'm gonna do? Boom! I'm gonna give you Raw after Mania. We're gonna give you Stephanie Valkyrie and Io Sky for no reason.
Yeah. Just so
But
it's
hey, who likes it,
exciting.
right? Exactly. It's exciting. And come on, what you gonna do? And then we're gonna give you Rusev. Boom! Surprise! Didn't see him coming. He probably did. Who cares? Rusev is here. And then Friday, we're gonna give you Aleister Black. Don't worry, we're gonna take care of you. You just understand we got obligations on the weekends. We got advertisers, we got fans. There's a lot of people we got to cater to. So we got to open the door for everyone.
Yeah. I get what you're saying. I mean, but fans still get their moments at WrestleMania sometimes also.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
and then somebody who really got their moment, who was the surprise opponent for Randy Orton. I think it's the last match we didn't mention.
Oh yeah,
Mr.
Joe
Joe
Hendry.
Hendry.
Yeah, you don't like Joe Hendry.
I'm not a fan. I don't believe, but it was a good
You don't like
moment.
Joe
He
Hendry.
he got a great pop. I ain't gonna hate on his what he got going. He got a great pop. The fans was waving their hands with the song, and they did it all.
Okay, hold on a
He
second.
was shown as the joke he is, and when he
The
turned around,
jokey.
got that,
Oh, there it is. There it
and
is.
he turned around and got that RKO,
Okay, that's what I was waiting
and
for. Because
he
you do not
lasted
take
three
this
minutes. He
seriously.
lasted 3 minutes, bro.
No, I get you. Okay, it happens. You know, how long did John Cena last against Undertaker? I'm just curious.
Oh, that match was stupid. That was
Okay,
stupid
but
too.
anyway, let me get to the whole point here.
All right.
Because you were speaking very low about Joe Hendry, considering he was fighting no, considering that Moose instead of Joe Hendry was fighting Obafemi. You like he's the NXT World Champion. How come he ain't under the thing? Like, well, they're building that now. So
Yeah,
listen,
yeah. And I was gonna mention that. I was gonna mention that he probably about to fight Oba now. They got him. They got him. They slid him in there. Okay, I go back.
yeah, he was a new
I
champion. He
give him
had
their props on that.
obligations. He was a new
Yeah.
champion. He had different obligations. He is. I don't know what Joe Hendry's ceiling is, but I know in this moment in time and space, he's I hate to say the word top guy, but I think he's a top guy. He's a top guy.
Hey, he got motion going on. I can't hate on his hustle and everything, what he does. But I mean, I ain't got to be a fan. I'm just not a fan. I don't know.
No,
I
that's
think
fair. You're not a fan.
I think he's a joke. And
Yes.
I was mad he was talking to Trick Williams the way he was on NXT, but I think Trick could get back at him, so it's all good.
Trick ain't got no title. Trick is in a conversation that he ain't qualified for.
Oh man, go ahead, bro.
That was a conversation between world
Put
champions.
we'll put that TNA title up against Trick Williams real quick. Then how about that?
Oh, okay. Well, you know what? If Trick Williams earns a shot in a different promotion, he can get the shot in a different promotion.
Oh, okay. Here we go.
Yeah, that's
I think
champion versus champion conversation. That was meant for Oba. Yeah, he should. Trick needs to go call Carmelo, and they need to figure out that thing together, so that way they can both help each other. Because right now,
well, Trick need to come up on the main roster anyway, so that's what I feel about that one.
he might get drafted.
Yeah, he need to go and get drafted. Him and overshoot for all I care.
Well, no, because you got to leave. Someone's got to
Yeah,
be champion.
I mean NXT still needs some people, but you know.
And you don't want to overbloat that main roster because you're gonna have a whole bunch of people on there not doing nothing.
Yeah, we don't need that. Well,
there's already a lot of that as it is.
Let Oba shine where he at. Yeah, so I get what you're saying. Yeah,
it's slow build. They'll get there. It's just I don't know. Just make space because you still got people like Cena who don't know how to retire, trying to take championships from people.
He know how to retire. He's doing a great retirement tool right now, man. Don't be doing that.
Randy Orton, what year is this? Is this 2015? I thought it was 2025. You about to get Cena and Orton again? What's going on?
Well, actually, it's before that. That's like 07.
Oh wow! Come on, this is like WCW right now.
07, 08.
It's like WCW pulling out these old people. So here's how it's going to work, right? Are we going to get Cena and Orton Backlash? What? Punk, Cena, Money in the Bank? What? AJ Cena SummerSlam?
Ooh.
I'm not mad at any of that. It's just
I ain't mad at none of that. I ain't mad at none of that, bro. Everybody else going for the other title, the other World Heavyweight. How about that? Jey Uso gonna be defending for the months for the rest of the roster.
Yeah, he'll fight the rest of it. He'll fight Seth Rollins or Braun or whoever they throw at him. But
I don't know. But again, worried though.
What's that?
But they got me worried for Jey Uso though, because if they putting Seth on this pedestal right like this. Depending on what he does with Roman.
But that's adversity though. That's what makes a champion, going through this adversity. If he fights Seth and beats Seth, then guess what Jay does? Boom, he's creating credibility as champion now.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. So I mean, main event. You gotta be in the main event. Fight who's in the main event.
Right? It ain't just a name anymore. It's the lifestyle, Jay. This is what you are.
Yeah.
Well, he should have been the main event at Mania. They robbed him of his main event.
I don't wait, and it's crazy how they did like the replay package, and they put that match closer to the main event rather than
Right.
what it was the opener.
Seriously, I tell you, man, they gave the main event to some punk from Chicago instead of a true tribal chief who was getting his crowning moment.
Oh man, good
And I
day.
like that punk, but I ain't like that. I did not like that.
But he had to get it sooner or later. You knew he was gonna get it.
Yeah, yeah, that's next year. He could have fought The Rock. The Rock wants something to do with Mania. Those two can fight each other
Oh, don't do that. Don't do
in
that.
the main event.
Oh, it's all good. It's all good. But far as WrestleMania goes, like I said, what grade do you give the full night 1 and 2?
Oh, wow.
What's
There
your
was a lot.
grade?
You want me to grade that? So I thought about that.
Dang, like
Because
is
it
that
was
difficult?
because I don't like doing the whole graded thing too much.
Okay.
But you asked, I'll give you a grade because I did think about it from a standpoint. There were some hits and there were some misses, and a lot of it kind of evened itself out. I like, you know, the Jay and Gunther, like the ending. I like Jade and Naomi. I like I Jacob and LA Knight was okay. I didn't like Night One by itself. Kind
Okay.
of gets a C.
Mm.
You know, it just
Yeah, I
wasn't
mean, I
that great
definitely,
overall.
I definitely thought night 2 was better. So I mean, I understand what you're saying,
Yeah, that's
but
kind of the thing. The night two, though, night two had a great opener with the triple threat EOS guy and all that. You had Drew and
mm,
Priest, that was pretty good.
mm-hmm.
The Fatal Four Way was pretty good.
Yeah,
Hendry Randy Orton, it's a good pop moment, but I didn't really care. It wasn't a match. It was just a
yeah.
moment. So
Do you
whatever.
think? Well, never mind. Go ahead. I was gonna say,
Roman
do you think
AJ was fine.
Do you think Rusev should have been there surprise? I thought Rusev was going to be surprised, but he came out on Raw. Yeah.
No, no, because who? Look. So here's the thing: Randy Orton was celebrating 20th year WrestleMania, whatever. Whoever was coming out was going to lose, and I didn't want Rusev to come out and take a loss.
Okay, I got you.
So yeah, so if it's going to be anyone to take a loss, it could be Joe Hendry because he ain't bulletproof, but he ain't really WWE either. So it's like
Yeah,
it doesn't hurt him too much.
that's still a good moment for TNA though to be on WrestleMania, have their champion on WrestleMania though. It's
Yeah,
good
so it
and
kind of gave.
bad for them, but because he got
Well,
beat in 3 minutes.
well, okay. Well, I don't know. We'll see how TNA seems to be doing pretty well, but overall, to answer the question, B minus at best, C plus at worst.
Mm.
Both nights combined.
I,
What really hurts it, honestly, is the ending, like the very ending. That I don't have a problem with the John Cena Cody match, but the ending was just a little weird and off, and it just seems like what was the build up for? It goes back to the Rock thing. It just hurts
yeah,
because him not being there, it's like what was the whole soul stuff? And I know he said he can go back to it, but I think we're past this point to even try to go back to it. So I don't know.
yeah,
Whatever they make it work, they make it work. I doubt it. And
yeah.
I don't know. The main event, a night one, probably should have been the main event in the entire Mania. Or I could have
Yeah.
taken that. I could have taken the women's triple threat for the world title. That could have been the main event for me, and I would have been fine.
Yeah, because that match definitely delivered.
It did.
Uh,
So that's how I feel. What did you think of it?
I kind of concur. I would concur with that. It's hard to have a mania after what they did last year, WrestleMania 40. It's hard.
WrestleMania 40 felt like the ending of WWE.
Right, that was the season finale,
Right? It was
or
just the end.
probably series finale. If you,
Yeah. It felt like that was the end of it. Like that's the end,
right,
folks.
and the funny is that because that's the new where they kind of branded that like the start of a new beginning in WWE with a new leadership with Triple H and whatnot. So that's kind
Yeah.
of if ironic, but I get what you're saying. Like it's hard to follow that with this WrestleMania. Um, so see what they do next year. But yeah, I mean, I could go with it like a B minus. But I enjoyed myself, streaming it and watching it. So it's still WrestleMania. So the live experience is just I'm gonna be biased because I'm there live. So if we there live next year, it's gonna be a little biased.
Well, let me ask you this question: do you think Raw after Mania was better than Mania?
Oh no,
You think it was better? Okay.
no,
Some
I
people
mean, it
think
was
it was
Raw
trash.
after Mania was better than a lot of Raws after
Raws after
WrestleMania have
WrestleMania.
been, but it wasn't better than Mania because it was more on
Uh,
it was more on the line, more stories built up. Although, like I said, some quirky build-ups, but like I said, the matches were still great. Um, and like I said, the
let's see.
pageantry and everything. It just it's WrestleMania, man. I can't say that.
No, I
Some
get
people
you.
said
I'm kind of in
standing
the same
deliver.
boat.
Yeah, some people said standing deliver was might have been a little better, but
Well, that's not the first time you hear NXT was better than the main show. That seems to
yeah,
be a trope, especially by NXT fans. So that's
yeah, because the takeover
it's a
back in the
thing.
day was amazing.
Takeovers were great, and some of the takeovers were better than the actual shows. Especially the show was like a Extreme Rules or something, or
Yeah,
Survivor Series. I'm just not a
yeah,
fan of Survivor Series.
yeah. It's the weakest of the big four.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, but I mean, standing deliver was great. I mean,
Real
oh,
quick,
that's
hold on,
really
real quick. How do you rank the big four?
I rank them. Oh,
Yeah, rank the big four.
WrestleMania, SummerSlam, Royal Rumble, Survivor Series.
Rank them as your favorites. Is that your favorites?
No, I mean I mean WrestleMania, Royal Rumble, SummerSlam, then Survivor Series is my favorites. But as
Oh,
far
that's
as
all your favorite.
SummerSlam
Okay.
as to how the big the show is, SummerSlam is especially the one last year was great, amazing.
Yeah, SummerSlam is like the mania for the summer. It's
Yeah,
mania without mania. Yeah,
and
my
that's why I was
so
saying it like that. But the Royal Rumble is just so great. But sometimes
it's.
it could be bad also. So, I mean I don't know.
I guess I don't know. I get Rumbles can be bad, but for me, Rumble, SummerSlam, Mania, Survivor Series.
Wow, you put
Yeah, I
Mania
like
number.
SummerSlam. Yeah, Mania isn't bad. It's just Mania has so much pageantry that sometimes I think it gets lost in the sauce. It assists upon itself, as Peter Griffin would say.
Okay, I mean
So it's not bad. It's just SummerSlam. SummerSlam knows its role and it does what it needs to do. It's a big show that performs in big matches and it just doesn't assist upon itself, as Peter Griffin would say.
well, I mean maybe that might change this year because it was going to be two nights.
Oh my God, it is two nights. Oh man,
As
so
Corey,
much wrestling.
I mean, I don't think SummerSlam. I don't think nothing should be two nights, but WrestleMania.
Yeah, I think if any of them. I mean,
I mean,
well,
yeah, I
what
know
about a Rumble?
WrestleMania needed two nights because I don't need no long WrestleManias like they was doing before
Oh
that.
yeah. What about the Royal Rumble though? Night one, men's. Night two, women's, or vice versa.
I think it's gonna come to that sooner or later.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a two-night Rumble coming up, isn't it? Aren't the big four going to be two? No, oh God, I hope Survivor Series is not two nights. Oh, that's a Survivor Series
Oh
shit too
God,
bad.
no,
I
no,
don't need
please
that.
no.
I don't need multiple war games.
They trying to put so much content. You got enough content, man. Like, come on, stop it. I don't
You can
need
never have too much
3 hour
content.
Smackdowns. I don't need
Oh
3 hour
no.
Raws, but they kind of short. They do what they want to do on Raw now. But I don't need no 3 hour Smackdown. I don't need no two nights for every big pay per view or PLE. I'm good with WrestleMania being two nights. That's it. I'm good after that.
Yeah, I guess I'm fine with that too. No, I'm definitely fine with that. I mean, guess I am definitely fine with that. Yeah, they definitely can turn down Raws and Smackdowns, make them 2 hours again. Or maybe, well, they do sometimes do 2.5 hours. They don't always go to full three. I guess I don't know. It's still a lot of wrestling.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot to watch because they have so many events going on this past weekend. Like, man, how I'm catching all this, man? I don't know. That's why I said that's why they call me Mr. Highlights because I catch the
No, you.
highlights of all these situations.
I mean, admittedly, that's the thing with WWE. You don't. Okay, I'm not knocking WWE, but it's like their focus isn't so much on the wrestling. So it's not all wrestling. It really is just content where it's a promo, storyline, backstage. I mean, honestly, if you keep up with that, you have a strong idea what's going on. You may not know about the lower to mid card storylines, but you'll know what's going on with Roman, Cena, Cody. It's all pretty much just highlights on YouTube.
Yeah,
That's the big names.
and that's what they promote. Like, say they promote that you're going. Well, I mean, I guess you can listen to Carry Cross. It's about viral moments now, viral, but it's always been about moments.
Yeah, but don't make it overly about the moment. You gotta have a story somewhere in that moment, because then you
Yeah.
have moments like "I want your soul" and it builds to nothing. I'm gonna take shots at the Rock all day. I don't care. That dude kind of made a lot of people mad. He
But
screwed up
I
by
mean,
not showing up.
I get you, and a lot of people went on rants, including and what's his name on Busted Open?
Yeah, some guy named
Dave
Dave.
Dave
Oh,
Le,
he was
Dave
really mad,
LaGreca.
dude. I had not seen that video until today. That dude was livid. I didn't know anyone would be that mad about it, but
Yeah,
I ain't
but I
saying
mean
everyone's.
The Rock, he responded to Dave.
Yeah, let me pull that up, which was a petty statement. I don't know. I think it was a petty statement from me, but that's just my view. Let me give me a second. I'll pull it up
Yeah,
here.
because he
But
Rock gonna spend it either just like Triple H spends things like that. So I mean, I don't know. He telling her to calm down, like it's all a work and whatnot. No matter if it's in the ring, outside the ring, interviews, whatever, it's a work. So
yeah,
sit back and
everything's a work now. Everything's a work. Now everything's a work. Not everything is a work, because what's a shoot?
but I mean, it's the new kayfabe. I mean, that's like shout out to Sam Roberts. It's the new kayfabe. Yeah,
Here we go.
you gotta trick the people somehow. Everybody want to be so inside, and I hate they doing that new show. What's it called? Oh, they doing a new show on Netflix.
Oh, we'll talk about that in a moment. Let me pull up the
Okay.
tweet because I know exactly what show you're talking about. We do have to discuss that. But here it is. Hi, Dave. The business is a complete work, always has been, always will be. Every aspect of it, every match, every interview. Please join me, Cody, Cena, Brian, and the rest of us for our creative discussions so you can expand your perspective. Until then, stop ranting. It's not healthy, my friend. Enjoy the show. P.S. Tell Bubba I gave Grand Mariner and Hush Puppies for all of us. I don't know that. I don't know what that means.
That's got to be an inside thing, of course.
My thing is, for what it's worth, I don't think he cares. Like
what you mean?
again,
Oh,
I don't
you don't
like
think
the
he
Rock. I don't
cares?
think I well either well okay either he cares or he doesn't. He's so flip floppy, right? He's never the same at any point in time. I still don't understand why he went on Pat McAfee to even talk about this. Like that part still kind of confused me. But
I
he
don't
could
know.
be so wishy washy. He does it in
Everybody
his
want to go in
promos.
there.
He's doing his interviews. You know, in the interview, the Pat McAfee interview, he said that
Yeah.
he didn't even. He was shocked to see Travis Scott come out. And you know what else he
Oh
said?
yeah.
He also said that I probably would have done the finish different at WrestleMania. Well, why weren't you there?
Right. Like
So it's
what?
like that's
Because and the thing is, I don't like Rock doing these interviews and press conferences because he wants to unfold everything right there. Like no man, that's why I was talking about the show. I don't like the show uncovering all the backstage. I don't need to know all that for real. I mean, like I said, I ain't gotta watch it, so I'm probably not gonna watch it, but I have somebody else on the show, cover it if that's what we're gonna do on this show. But I don't need
definitely.
to know every little backstage thing. Just let me see the show. I need to see the
Yeah,
finished product.
I mean, honestly, for me, the fun thing about wrestling is the kayfabe. That I know kayfabe is
Yeah.
supposed to be quote unquote dead, but that is still what makes wrestling fun. And I like discussing the kayfabe. Every now and then, a little bit of the real backstage stuff does happen. And, we speculate a lot of stuff, and that's what makes wrestling fun. Some people may not like it, but I find it fun. This whole exposing the business, I don't know. It's a different age, it's a different era. Everything is already online. You got your Sean Ross Saps and your Chris Van Vliet's, your Dave Meltzers, Brian Alvarez's, all these different people.
Mm-hmm.
You have wrestlers who have podcasts. They all have their insight and kind of expose things in the business. I guess WWE is like, we're going to get in front of it. We're going to let you know whenever we say we do something, we actually do it. And we don't want you to think you guys have any influence. I guess that's the trend. I don't know. Is it like the internet? How did the internet become the biggest enemy to wrestling?
Because everybody
But
wants to
yet it
know
was the internet
everything.
that helped expand the interest in wrestling.
Yeah. It's a double-edged sword. I mean, everybody wants to know everything, and it seems like they're more interested in the backstage more than they are in the ring. What's going on in the actual ring sometimes. And like I
Sometimes the
said,
stuff out backstage is more interesting in the ring. Sometimes.
I mean, yeah, I get it's intriguing, but I don't need to know every little thing or see everything and or whatever. If we want me to believe in a story, let me just see that.
Yeah, that's fair. But
If I
also
th-
commit to the story. Do that too. If you're
yeah,
gonna
commit to
start a
the
story, you got to
story,
finish the story.
right? And if I think something is actually real and backstage, I'm okay. Let me just talk about it, and you ain't got to tell me it is or not for real. But I mean, let me just speak on it or let my mind wonder about it. You know what I'm saying? But explain, be clear in your story and stay consistent in your story.
That helps. Definitely helps to
Yeah.
stay consistent. But hey, tell me you didn't pop when Tiffany started ripping on Charlotte and started shooting from the hip and that whole thing.
Oh, I mean, it definitely was a spark for for that build up. It definitely was a spark
Yeah.
for that, and she had to get back after that. The side by side, back and forth they had because she lost that one, but with that she had to bring something out of the purse, and
Out the
that brought
purse.
a lot of intrigue to that match. So I mean, she had to do what she had to do. I mean, I don't think a lot of people liked it necessarily, but
I mean,
it
she
get
won, so it couldn't have been that bad.
right, yeah. So
She did win.
yeah, but
I don't know. I don't know. Hey, let us know in the comments what you think. Do you like to know what's going on backstage? Do you like the drama that wrestling causes? Or do you feel like sometimes it's just a little too over it and you just want to enjoy wrestling? Don't care about any of that. Just enjoy wrestling. Real quick, I gotta say this. It's funny that Triple H and everyone is like, you guys need to just enjoy wrestling and quit worrying about all the backstage. For the last 5 years, this is what AEW's mantra has been, and for the last 5 years, all AEW does is get ripped on all this stuff. But their whole thing has been just enjoy wrestling, and I mean that's what they do the best of. So it's just
yeah,
weird to hear Triple H say that when that's what WWE's been preaching forever, and yet they're always
yeah.
to be AEW is to be always under attack.
I
I'm
mean,
joking.
we love AEW's wrestling, but we want the stores to be on that same top tier level. And so, I mean, it's not wrong to say that.
Well, there it is then, right? So if the story is wrong, it's not wrong to critique it or be like, I don't like it, right? That's okay, isn't it?
Yeah, as I say,
Or is it?
it's just like I said, AEW is supposed to be that alternative, and so find out a different way to showcase it. Don't have to rip on WWE all the time or stuff like that, or focus on them at all. Just do what you do. Focus on your race. Focus on what you got going on. I
Yeah, but
get
WWE also
WWE
some
has been
WWE some
has been the bar. And it's hard not to go from and talk about them at all, but or make
well,
sort of
what
certain
about when
references.
WWE well, what happens when WWE takes references to AEW? The crowds in NXT chant Tony Khan fumble.
Oh, really? I ain't heard
Oh,
that
you
one.
don't know that. You ain't heard
I,
that. That happens a lot during the Ricky Starks and Ethan Page matches. Tony fumble.
oh shoot.
So it's like, well, but what do you do whenever WWE does take shots at AEW? Are they supposed to just sit back and take it?
No, I mean
Because sometimes they do subtle shots. Sometimes they
they
may do
do.
direct
Yeah, they do.
shots. So
Yeah,
it's
I know
like,
because CM Punk surely does at
yeah,
times.
he does.
And then, like I
Triple
said,
H
yeah,
does every now and then.
and everybody that's from AEW and NXT, they interact with each other and they make reference to it. And I
I mean,
mean,
isn't that just all part of the thing? So it's like, does AEW go too far with it at times? You can make a case, but
yeah.
sometimes either way, WWE sometimes do their bit. It was Triple H on the Hall of Fame stage say to Billy Gunn, my father-in-law will buy your pissant company too.
Oh yeah.
He did say that. He called it a
Yeah.
t-shirt company.
Kayfabe should at least be preserved throughout their show and comment. Yeah.
Oh, is that a comment?
Yeah.
Kayfabe should at least be preserved throughout the show and conferences. You know what? Conferences. I want to talk about that for a second. Big shout out to ATO. Been watching the
Otto.
channel. Otto. Let me ask you, Otto, Ron, anyone else who's listening, how do y'all feel about the press conferences? Because I want to make it clear, I hate the press conferences. They don't add anything to a story. They don't provide anything to a character. I know it's cool to sit there and watch people do their whole little interviews, but I also remember that when sports athletes are asked to do interviews, most people hated how that was going. Because remember, old tennis player, she didn't want to do interviews at one point.
Yeah.
Marshawn Lynch, he didn't want to do post game interviews. So it's like, why does wrestling even have them in the first place? Major athletes don't even want to do them.
Yeah. But I mean, but they still have to.
Well, the athletes do because they're contracted to.
Yeah. But with this, you can tell more story within the press conference because that's where I mean, look at the one we had with John Cena after the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, he
that
said it was
added.
important
I
to
feel
win.
like that. No, yeah, I'm saying he was best for business. That added to the story for me.
But what's another one?
Added to one he did for Elimination Chamber.
That's fine, but what? Give me someone. That's John Cena. John Cena, for all intents and purposes, is good at promos. Like he just is. Like with the whole soul thing or not, Cena carried a lot of the feud with Cody. But I'm saying on a regular basis that they do these things, how often do they carry a story?
I mean, sometimes Cody, depending on what the questions that they're asked from the media.
Well, I know, but
because sometimes it can be
asked that carry.
I mean, not specific. I mean, sometimes it can be a kayfabe question, or sometimes it could be actual question, just like what Triple H was asked about the where's the black talent thing. Sometimes it depends on what they ask.
But that didn't add to the story. That was something that didn't have anything to do with. That's what I'm saying. What about it adds to the story of wrestling? That's my thing. Like that's the thing I'm having an issue with. And Otto just said, I think they can be entertaining, but I feel they should be used to further storylines and get more in-depth character progression, similar to backstage segments. I agree. That's what they should do, but I'm saying they don't.
I mean,
the best
they
thing
do it all the time.
Well,
they don't do it all the time, but I mean, some people just want to hear what the certain superstar says after the show. And then, like I said, it depends on what they're asked. I don't know. I mean, sometimes, like I said, everybody they always trying to get this extra content for social media or YouTube. I mean, that is social media pretty still. With YouTube and everything like that. So they're trying to get something to put online because that's what everybody is focused on. If they don't watch the show, they watching YouTube to see what happened and get some exclusives to see what happens. And that's why they do the post shows at these PLEs now, and the press conference is just a part of that.
You know what I want to see at a press conference? I want to see someone get attacked. That's what I want to see. I want to see someone coming out there celebrating the championship celebration, and then a big boot to the side of the head, and it's like, oh my God, what are you doing? Get away from here. Move. Yeah. Somebody get the medic.
Yeah.
Give me a moment. Give me something that's like, oh, wow. What was that about? I may want to watch Raw on that one.
Yeah. I think they did that with Drew McIntyre one time. I forgot what show that was. I think it was after when he said he got screwed or something.
Let me tell you.
He had rushed the set or whatever.
The best press conference will always be Brawl Out.
Oh, that didn't really. That just got people out the company. That's suspended everybody. That ain't helping nothing.
Well, you know what? If maybe they were all professionals, it would have been something in the end.
Okay.
What is this? Cena does it really well, but Dwayne is very difficult to even listen to because he reveals too much.
Yeah.
Trying to save face. That's why.
Yeah, he's explaining it too much. he just let the story play out. We don't need all the extra explanation of what you did for the story.
He doesn't have a story. That's the thing. He doesn't have a story. Dwayne can't stand being disliked at all in any capacity, which is odd with the final ball. I'm telling you, the dude is sensitive. I agree with the statement. He is fragile. He doesn't like criticism. He doesn't like not getting his way. Did you ever hear the story what happened with him in the DCEU? How he wanted Black Adam to be the main centerpiece. And to do this, he went above the person who's ahead of DC and went straight to the head of Warner Brothers to push the idea.
Mm. Wow.
It's like, dude, you're just the actor in the situation.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But I give him ownership of his character and what all he does. But I just hate when he says, like, okay, this is Dwayne talking. This is DJ talking, not the final boss. I'm like, oh, I don't need to hear that, man. Come
He does that.
on,
He does that during the promos too. He did that in the promo in the first Raw on Netflix, didn't he?
He might
He was
have.
like, "This is Dwayne."
I get
It
that
doesn't
if
help.
yeah, it don't. Like I said, I get it. I get it's a work. I get all the stuff, but I need this story just to play out, not tell me everything that went into going into putting the story out there. I don't need to know that you did. Andre, what's his name? Some Emmanuel, whoever owns TKO or whatever, called you and said, well, ticket sales are a little low. Could you come be on the Elimination Chamber? Yeah, I don't need that though.
I don't think that was factual. I don't think so. I think Rock, dude, I don't know. I think The Rock is full of it. I really do. I think he's lying more times than he's telling the truth.
I mean, could be, but like I said, like these guys have learned to spin things when they're asked about questions or when they have to defend a situation. I think they've all learned that.
Otto is just really live in the chat. He's doing what he did at DC to wrestling now. He cannot stand that people choose Cody over him, and it feels like he's sabotaging Cody. That's what I said earlier. Why does he keep trying to sabotage Cody? He wanted to take the title shot at WrestleMania 40. Then he wanted to make him heel in WrestleMania 41. It's like, why are you trying to take the shine off of Cody right now? I don't know. It's just weird to me.
Okay, but I feel like that's what Cena's deal with Cody is. I mean, that's what it's playing out on TV. That he don't think Cody deserves that spot.
Yeah, he don't think Cody
is that what the Rock
spot.
You think that Rock feels that way?
No,
or he's just trying to attach. Or he's trying to attach himself to what's hot or the main guy right now.
Oh yeah, the second part, I agree with that to some degree. But remember what he told Cody? He said, "I never had a brother." He was really trying to be intimate with Cody after trying to kill him back in 40.
That was weird because you actually have brothers, like
yeah, I know. That's why.
And you got the Samoan, and you got the Samoan family. Like, what are you talking about?
I'm telling you, the dude just kind of ad libs, and then he talks, and then before you know it, you're in a story, and he's like, where everyone else is like, "Rock, this doesn't make any sense. We're not doing the story." He's like, "What do you mean you're not doing the story? If you're not doing the story, then I'm leaving." So don't leave. You started this thing. You got to do something. The Rock wants to be the biggest face in the company like Cody is now. Well, that ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, you had your time, Rock.
Yeah, he was already the people.
All right, and we like the final boss. It's cool. We like when you arrive, when you actually are there, but you don't have to be the forefront. You're supposed to be one of the top guys in TKO or in WWE. Be that and make it. And if you add to the story, fine, but don't come in and then back off and say we're gonna get to it later. Like, that's inconsistent.
You live long enough to be the hero. Or what is it? How does it go? You know the saying. Yeah, that's saying. Batman.
You either die the hero or live long enough to become the villain.
There it is. Somebody knows it. I don't know movie quotes like that.
Yeah,
I know of them.
But I don't know. Like I said, I don't know when he can show up because he was talking about, like, we still got the spring, the rest of spring, we got the summer, whatever, all of that. I'm like, so you don't know when you're coming back, but you say it could be sometime during that, sometime this year. Basically, what you.
It could be. It could be next year. It's a lot of time, man. Time is time.
And no, it ain't next year because he's shooting that Scorsese movie that he was talking a lot about on Pat McAfee next year. So I don't think it's gonna be next year.
I don't know. It depends on the schedule.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess
maybe too busy trying to buy New Japan. Come on, just put that on.
Oh, that still wouldn't explain either. That T-shirt he had on, but tank top. Either way, but I guess Triple H just gotta always work around Triple H, and everybody else got to work around with whenever he stops by.
Oh wow, yeah, that sounds like fun to work with. That's beautiful. All right, what's today's plan, boys? So we got this, and we got this, and we got that. Excellent. We're gonna do this. We're gonna execute that. Excellent. Here comes the Rock. Hey, I want to do this. What? What do you mean you want to do that? What? It completely goes against everything we just wrote for the last year.
All right, all the build up. Well, I don't know. They say he said it's a work. They got a plan, I guess, and I'm hoping everybody's involved because he got Brian Gewirtz that he works closely with, who helps him with all this. So
yeah,
and he say Cena and Cody are right there with him. So hopefully everybody's informed about how this is going to go.
You got to hope they're on the same page because I'm pretty sure they all know what the deal is. Just are we all agreement on what the deal is? Because I ain't agreeing to this. That's what they said.
Right. Well, I don't know. We'll figure it out. But that was our WrestleMania review, and tied in a little bit of Raw NXT in it. We appreciate you coming in, commenting, and watching the show. But so like, comment, and subscribe. And our next show, we're gonna talk a little bit. We've been kind of putting AEW in the back burner a little bit, but next show we're gonna be full AEW and squeeze a little more shows in there. But stick with us next time, and we'll be right there.
All right, see you next time, Marvin. Have a good night.
All right.